Hey, sorry, my last video got cut off, so this is just a kind of a continuation of that last video. So what we were doing is we were working on problem 22, kind of setting it up. This is on page 233 in your textbook, and it's number 22. We're talking about solving systems by elimination. So you have basically two scenarios here. You have a person who paid an amount of money for some songs and albums, but we don't know how much the songs cost and we don't know how much the albums cost. We're assuming all the songs cost the same amount and all the albums cost the same amount. I don't know if you guys remember paying for music, because right now you probably use like Spotify or something, but back in the day on like iTunes or whatever, you would pay for downloads. Anyway, so that's person A. We also have person B that paid an amount of money. They bought some songs and some albums, and again, we don't know the cost of each. So we're going to write a system. Now, a little while ago in class, we actually practiced using standard form, and these are perfect. This is a perfect scenario for standard form. Okay, so X represents the cost of a song, Y represents the cost of an album. We don't know what that cost is, but we have two people, and each person is its own equation. Okay, so for person A, they bought 6 songs, but we don't know how much they cost. We bought 2 albums, but we don't know how much those cost. We do know our total amount was that much. Okay, person B, they bought 4 songs. Again, we don't know how much they cost, but we're assuming all the songs cost the same amount. They bought 3 albums. Again, we don't know how much the albums cost, but we're assuming all the albums cost the same amount. All right, so there's our second one. So now we have a system, right? All we need to do now is solve the system. And going back to some ideas we just recently talked about, sometimes you'll actually have to solve a system, you'll have to multiply both equations. So if you look at each one of these, we could eliminate x's or y's, it doesn't matter which. I think y's will probably be easier in this case. But if you think about the 2 and the 3, they both go into 6. And so what we want is we want to have the top equation have like a 6y and the bottom equation to have like a negative 6y or something like that. That's kind of the plan. So what I would do is I would multiply the top equation by, let's say, 3, because that will make this a 6. So this will become an 18x, this will become a 6x, this will be whatever it is, you'll have to figure that out, like $77 or something like that. The bottom one we're going to have to multiply as well, though, if we want to get a negative 6y. And so what we're going to need to do is multiply the bottom equation by negative 2 on both sides. And also don't forget to distribute. So that will kind of help you set up the rest of that equation, and you'll eliminate the y's, solve for x, and then plug that back into one of the equations. So it's going to require a little bit of decimal work, but that's okay. I think you can handle it, especially because the hard part now is done. The hard part is the setup and kind of knowing how to eliminate. So that should help you get going on that one. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in class hopefully really soon.